everybody. Welcome to this room. Today's our topic is
Andy,
MM2H.
Andy, your voice is very soft.
Alright. I mean, can you hear?
Not really, Andy. We'll be starting in another 4 minutes. Waiting for our special guest from MM2HCA, Mr. Anthony Liew. I'm not so sure whether he's here. Yeah, he's here. Let me ask him to be on stage. Anthony, just accept the invitation to be on stage.
Can you hear? Uzaidi, can you hear now?
Very soft,
Very soft,
very soft.
Can
Hi,
hear me?
Anthony.
Can hear me?
Yeah, Anthony,
Yes,
how are you,
yes,
Anthony?
yes.
Yeah, yeah, good. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you for
Let's
invitation.
just wait for a few minutes before we start our session.
Sure.
Anthony, anybody you want to invite them on stage so that they can be able to also speak up?
All right, I
Anybody in
see.
the room?
Yes. Let me check.
Yeah,
Perhaps this Kurt, Mr. Kurt.
Mr. Kurt. Let me see. Mr. Kurt. Yeah.
Our
Okay.
is
All right.
our
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
deputy.
Okay. All right, Mr. Kurt. You're invited on stage. All right. Kurt, how are you, Kurt?
Hi, everybody. Good
Great. Good.
evening.
You
Yeah.
you are still in the car.
I'm at home. Not in the car.
Going
It's not
somewhere.
as in the profile picture.
All right. Okay.
Uzaidi, can
Who
you
else?
hear?
Anthony, do you want anybody else to be on stage?
Okay. Perhaps I can get Miss Chong.
Miss Chong. All right. Okay, Miss Chong, come on up to the stage.
She's
Ding,
our
do
committee.
you want to be on stage, Ding or me? At least you can, share your opinions on the MM2H. Hi, Chong.
Miss, she called Rainy.
Oh, Rainy. All right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Who else? Anybody else who want to be on stage? Me. What about Ding? We are very interesting subject today. Let's talk freely
Yeah.
and how can we, improve our industry. All right.
Let me make
Can you Ding
Anthony as
me?
a
Can you invite, please?
moderator.
All right, Ding. All right. I'll
Make
invite
make
you. I'll invite you
make
now.
Anthony as a moderator so he can add all these audience.
Sure. Definitely. I will get him to be a moderator. Yeah. That's right. Anthony, you can invite anybody you want on stage. You can
Okay.
just double. You just press wherever you want.
Then you
Uh-huh.
pick
Then you can invite
pick
them to the stage. Yeah, Anthony.
All right.
Alright,
So
okay.
Can.
we are
So
free. There's no protocol.
yeah.
Nothing is we just more free. But of course, any opinion is your own opinion. Of course, we don't represent anybody. But we hope that we'll be able to talk freely and to understand better the MM2H and to for us to explain to improve further for our industry.
Yeah,
Thank you.
let me make Anthony for the disclaimer for the
Yeah, Andy, your
clubhouse.
voice is still
Can you hear?
soft,
Can
very
you hear?
soft, Andy.
Can you hear?
Very soft, very soft, Andy.
Very soft.
Think you're because you are linked with the YouTube or something like that. Probably
Yeah.
Quite far
perhaps
from
you
from the speaker, right?
yeah. That's right. Okay. All right. We have a few. We are waiting for a few more. We have also Rosliza daripada Langkawi is here. Gani Ruiz, thank you. Miss Lim, GC. Viz also here. Badro, thank you. Badro, Puan Salina. We have Jeng. We have Jeffrey. Whoever wants to be on stage, please click the hands icon. I'll be able to invite you, and you can unmute your mic to speak out. Of course, we have to take turns to speak out. Those who are on stage, please mute your microphone so that we will be able to interfere the speaker to talk. Those kalau nak cakap, then you just unmute lah. You want to say, right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We wait for 1 minute, so 1 more minutes. Andy, are you okay, Andy?
Can you hear?
Not really. Very soft.
Feels like very soft, the sounds.
Yesterday's better.
Yeah. That's why I'm wondering. Okay, just let me okay. Just a disclaimer of this clubhouse room. So we don't touch on any political issue and religious issue, and you've been recording in the YouTube live streaming. Yeah, thank you.
Hi Eric, all the way from Langkawi. Thanks for joining us, Stanley. Hi Cikgu Shan, apa khabar Cikgu? Alright, anytime you're ready, Andy, we can start. We
Yeah. Just start.
Yeah, it's already 9 o'clock. We can start. We have
Yep.
a few, so maybe along the time, maybe along the way, they will log in. All right.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Assalamualaikum and good evening, everybody. On behalf of the organizer, I would like to welcome every one of you to another session, another interesting session of Clubhouse Road to Tourism's Recovery. My name is Yuzaidi Udanis, and together with my colleague Andy Chong, who is Secretary General of Malaysia Association of Hotel, MAH, Negeri Sembilan Chapter, will be the moderator for tonight. So tonight we chit chat, we talk about the industry subjects. The hottest subjects at the moment now is MM2H. Yeah, MM2H. So this is the hottest subjects. We are not going to do a little bit shaming or condemning whatever. We want it to be to understand better and to listen to the real to the players. What has been done and as you know, MM2H is very important for industry. It may not many people really what do you call it, really understand or really involved in this line. But again, we feel that MM2 is very important. It has been here many years. It was like I was told that it was started in the 2002, and he has improved a lot until 2019. As we know that formerly known as the Silver Hair Program, which was started in 1996. Some of us may not even had opportunity to work in tourism industry at that time. So it was started in 1996. It has been brought revenue. I was told 11 billions, not million, billions. Ringgit to Malaysia. Well, through property purchase, to car purchase, children education, medications, visa, and blah 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 lah. So it has contributed a lot to Malaysian economy. I was told also is about roughly about 48,000 families who actually successful MM2H participants and who had participate and also to stimulate our Malaysian economy. So recently, the government has announced the what they call reactivations of MM2H program. This is what we want to discuss tonight. We want to see what kind of reactivations. Perhaps we want to probably to suggest to recommend or maybe to have engagement with the respective authorities and stakeholders for to improve our MM2H. So we are so lucky, Andy. We are so lucky tonight. We have our special guest. Our special guest. He's actually a president of MM2H. MM2H Consultant Association. MMS. MM2HCA. Sorry, MMS2CA. Malaysia My Second Home Consultant Associations, none other than Mr. Anthony. Well, before that, before I pass to the floor to Mr. Anthony, I would like to introduce those who are on stage. Besides Andy, we have Dato Albert, who is the president of Malaysian Chinese Travel Tourism Associations. Welcome, Dato. And we have Min Leong, who is a deputy president of MITA. We have also Kurt, Miss Chong, and also Miss May, from Lumut, from Perak. So anybody who else want to be on stage, just click the hands icon. We'll be able to to invite you to on stage, and please share. For you to share is you need to click the plus sign. Please click the plus sign and invite any of your friends. And also, if you don't mind, please follow our clubhouse. You can see the greenhouse right on the top, the road to tourism recovery, the topic that let's talk about MM2H. On top of that, there's a very small house, a greenhouse. Please click the greenhouse and you follow us, so we'll be able to notify you all the interesting, exciting programs. You're gonna have a lot of programs, a lot of engagement, a lot of feedback, so you guys can participate in this conversation. Our conversation is very important for us to improve our industry, for us to make sure that our industry sustain and move forward and on the way a road to tourism recovery. We want it as fast as possible. That's the reason why we organize this kind of sessions for us to make sure that the industry improve. Okay, before I pass to Anthony, maybe Andy, you have anything to say?
Okay, welcome Anthony. Can you hear?
Hi, Rob.
All right.
Thank you for inviting.
Yeah, we would like to listen a lot of MM2H new rules. I think there's a new government also that there's a new rules also. Please be reminded we don't condemn or whatever and political things. So we just discuss open discussion and santai sembang. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you, Anthony.
yeah.
I would like to welcome you. The floor is yours, Anthony.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Uzati and Andy and friends who are here. And very good evening to all of you. Mr. Kurt and Rainy or Jeffrey, if let's say I have missed out something, then please remind me. All right. So MM2H Malaysia, my second home, as just now mentioned. So we started at 2002. And until 2020 July, then the Ministry of the Montag have announced that they have frozen the program until 11 August, been announced by the KDN. Will reactive back the program on October, but which date of October we don't know yet. Okay, for information. So when after the announcement from the KDN, we don't have details about the guidelines also, right? So the MM2H actually is a very successful program, and it successful to invite about 48,000, more than 48,000 participant family to join the program, and it's really boost up our economy, Malaysia economy, because they this MM2 is a benefit to many sector. It's not only for the program for like immigration fees, buy a house property, rent a house, about the educations, for the medications, as well as they come here for travel, shopping, restaurant, hotel. It's all benefited. So if let's say the program is not run properly, it's not successful, so I think this one will be not so good for Malaysia. So perhaps I talk about this the new announcement from the government. They have a lot of changes. Okay, big changes on certain terms. First thing is the offshore income. Last time is 10,000 only. So now they would like to have a big change to 40,000 per month. All right. So as 40,000, I think is a very high income person. It's about 10,000 USD already. All right. So we get a lot of calls that or email and feedback from foreigner mentioned that this is very high, and like it's not so welcome foreigner to Malaysia already. Alright, so this one maybe later we can discuss. And then another one is to prove the liquid asset is from 500,000 for 50 years old and below 50 years old becomes a 1.5 million, and the 50 years old and above last time is 350,000, now become also 1.5 million. These changes is quite big also, is drastic change. This one some of the people said okay, but most of the people still said very high. Okay, and the another most important thing also is a deposit in Malaysia, FD in Malaysia. Previously just 300,000 for below 50 years old. Now government want to ask for 1 million, and above 50 years old, last time is 150,000, also become 1 million. So actually, these few things for the money side is really big changes. It's drastic change. I think most of the people also cannot how to say they will say that if let's say I have so much money to put in I have so much money, I won't change choose Malaysia. I won't choose Malaysia. I have many choices. All right, especially like Hong Kong, they can choose UK, because recently UK opened a big gate for Hongkong with a low entrance. And then with the social, like with social visa pass, we have a competitor like Thailand and Philippines as well. They have a much lower requirement and more friendly. Because for this new requirement, also we need to ask the participant to stay in Malaysia 90 days per year. So normally, like requirement for the stays normally is going to apply for PR or resident pass, but this is applied to the social visa pass. So of course, this thing we hope that we can discuss with government as well lah. Besides that, also have uh, I think this few things is more important. Yeah.
Okay, Anthony, if I can recap what you have said,
Mm.
there's a difference. There's a big difference between
Yes.
the old rules and the new regulations. For
Yeah.
example, number one is you need to have 40,000 ringgit
Pro.
monthly
Yeah.
offshore income. That's number one.
Yes.
Compared to the previously it was only 10,000 ringgit.
Yes.
The number two is the fixed deposit. You need to put the fixed deposits of 1 million ringgit compared to the old one is 150,000. So 150,000 you need to top up for another what
850.
850 for 1 million. That's number two. That's what. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And the one that we have said that the number three is that you need to have liquid assets. That means you need to have permanent savings of 1 million or maybe or 1.5 millions of liquid assets in Malaysia, and you need to have you need to stay here in Malaysia per year 90 days compared to the old regulations. There's no
Sorry.
regulate no minimum whatever, but now you need to stay here in Malaysia whether you like it or not, 90 days stay a year. And
Yeah.
the social pass you need to renew your social pass for every 5 years compared to
Yes.
the old one is 10 years. And the processing fee, well, the old one is probably free, no processing fee, but now there's a new processing fee which comprised of 5,000 ringgit principal, plus what if you have children, you have a wife or whatever, extra 2,500 ringgit per person. So this is it's a big difference. Do you know what's the reason behind this new rule? So perhaps the Malaysian government they want us to be a playground for super rich people. They don't want those who only have 10,000 ringgit income monthly. Well, they want 40,000, which is about what? Which is about 10,000 US dollar. I think it's maybe the regulator say, oh, 10,000 US dollar per month. That is a very reasonable minimum requirement. What do you think, Anthony?
Yeah. Actually, we have been told that they want is high wealth, not well worth this group of people, high net worth of people. So I as I mentioned before in a newspaper, these high net worth people, they have a lot of choices, not necessary to choose Malaysia. And this MM2H, when they announced a new regulation, but they never mention about benefit to the this participant. So I just wonder that how they want to, attract this kind of people, this group of people without any benefit to them.
You were saying that those who already applied earlier, they need to
Mhm.
comply the new regulations, even though they have applied earlier. Is it true, Anthony?
From the statement, they mentioned that they apply to the existing customer, but how they apply, then they said they got mentioned the grace period for 1 year, but we don't know what is their meanings of grace period for 1 year. So actually for this guideline, we don't have yet.
Okay, then.
Even though immigration also don't have,
Yeah.
and then the other authority also don't have yet.
Yeah, but have you communicated with the stakeholders, for example, like the Jabatan Immigrations, those who are in charge of this? Have you communicate and since these announcements been announced?
Yes, we asked immigration. Then immigration said that about the DASA thing, you have to go back to the KDN. Then actually we supposed to have a meeting with KDN yesterday about 3 p.m. But at last it been postponed. Inform us that postponed the meeting, so we don't have the details, the
Right.
update. Yeah.
Okay, understand. Andy, do you have anything, Andy?
Uh,
Okay, Amin, I can see
yeah,
your flicking.
yeah. Good evening, everyone. Anthony,
Yeah.
in order to know further about this announcement, yeah, if you ask me, I feel very shame as a Malaysia, to have this type of policy, and this is a international issue.
Yeah.
As from the silver hair until MM2H, until they make a rules and regulation, I can see that for the past 10 to 15 years, that will be very good response from the MM2H. Can you also let us know what is the progress between these few years? I mean the applicants from before and now, is it increasing every year? This is my first question. And second one is we understand that last year they had actually stopped the application and they freeze everything. Only this year recently they announced. Is it any specific reason that they stop all this thing? And thirdly is we all understand that MM2H or silver hair actually is under the portfolio of Motec, um, with others department lah. But the main department is still Motec. So do you know that now who is the main ministry handle this thing? And number four, my last question is it from the past record? What is the problem of this MM2H applicant have created? Is there any created any problem, any illegal thing they are doing and make our government uncomfortable about their assist in Malaysia? This is my four question. Thank
4
you.
question banyaknya.
Yalah banyak lah. Sekaligus.
Okay.
Macam
I
polis.
think the first question is about the increments of the participant, right? Is it whether is it every year got increment, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
From the record, the highest is on 201. 201. Wait for what?
Hello, Anthony, you're breaking up.
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
checking the.
I think on 2017 is the highest, if not mistaken, is 6,000 something. All right. Then after that, 2018 actually should be higher also. But if everyone remember that we changed government, okay, and then on October until 2019, the March of 2019, for 5 months, we don't have any approval because of as we know that the KDN want to take back the program, but Motec that time not released the program to KDN, so it's hanging that time, that period, 5 months. So means that 2018 it dropped back, and then 2019 it seems like also dropped because after after September of 2019, all the approval not, all the application not approved. So before that, 2014, 2015, if not mistaken, is a mass issue, and then the application drop also. If don't have these incidents, I believe that is an increment. But because every year have some problem, so you won't see that the increment. All right. So I answer this first question. What is the second question?
Min.
Yes, yes, yes.
The second question.
My second question is what already? I remember the
Yeah,
last.
you also.
Yeah, no. I remember the last question is there these people who apply for the MM2H, are they give trouble to the Malaysia government?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This one actually, as we know that we have one or two cases from North Korea. All right. So it's happened like they are as a spy or this thing, but this one is one of two cases lah. Of course, we have one or two cases also like they are money laundry or this thing. So I think this is a few cases have been happened under this Malaysian My Second Home Pass, all right, with social visa pass. So, but actually, we cannot say that every pass is 100% safe. I mean that this participant, they because actually we did get the letter of good conduct from every participant. All right, and some of the country they need to do double verifications, then only we can submit. And if not mistaken, the special branch also doing their works, then they have to check their background also, only approve. So I don't think that because of I mean this is not supposed not to cause them to frozen the program, for our opinion. All right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
my second question is actually from the applicant. Okay, now before was Motec, now is actually KDM.
KDM.
When they started to freeze the thing,
Mm.
did they give you any reason or not? Because from what I understand is MM2H, those who want to do application for MM2H, you need to register a company under Sdn Bhd. Only you have the authority to apply on behalf, right? To
Mm-hmm.
handle this. So before was under MOTEC. Is there any specific reason that government give it to your association or to all these people to say that they want to freeze it, and then what is the reason behind?
Okay, actually on end of July, we just feel that have something wrong, because at that time he suddenly asked us, don't submit any cases end of June that time. All right, then after few days, then they suddenly announced that they want to freeze the program. Actually, never informed us. At that time, I also haven't. I'm not the president yet, but we are. I still in the committee, but never inform us, and just suddenly announced that they want to freeze, and they said that because of a pandemic, it's a time for them to menambah baik, okay, to enhance the program, and then they appoint the KPMG on they after they freeze, only they start to appoint the KPMG. They are not start work. I mean, they not start appoint the KPMG, only announce the freezing. Okay, so they start frozen and then appoint to the KPMG on September. Their appointment is 6 months, so means that they until March. After March, you see that our Minister of Montec, the Tosri Nancy, they announced that we listen from the, I mean we listen the 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 proposal from the KPMG. So now all the survey from KPMG passed to the Motec. Then in May we managed to meet Dato Sri Dancy via Zoom. Then he mentioned that they all prepare already all the paper, and then waiting from KDN's input and submit to the cabinet. So, but they never been mentioned to us that everything has passed to KDN until last month. Then we almost know that all passed to KDN. Then we go to find KDN also. So
Okay.
now it's
Yeah.
totally from KDN. DASA is KDN. Operation in immigration. Motec only to be the marketing arm.
Anthony, we also have in the room Mr. Lim Koksai,
Oh,
the former
yes,
MM2H. But perhaps you can. I would like to invite him on stage, Mr. Lim, if you can just accept the request, so you'll be able on the stage and be able to
yeah.
communicate, to join this conversation. All right. All right. Mr. Lim, can you be on stage? All right. Meantime, Anthony, these old rules and the new rules, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Perhaps by having these new rules, it will minimize all the abuse. By some there's I was told there's quite a number of abuse, and with these new rules, it will minimize. For example, because of the request of the deposit 1 million
Mm.
compared to the earlier 150,000. So what do you say about it? Do you think that this will minimize all the abuse being taken by the middleman or the agents or maybe or the applicants himself?
Sorry, it means reduce the application, is it?
No, no, reduce all the abuse, all
Oh,
the misuse, all the misuse. Is it effective by having these new rules?
no. Actually, this 1 million, I think they just need some government just need to want some of the really rich people come to Malaysia to put the FD in Malaysia. But actually, for our opinion, it's not benefited to Malaysia also, because all your money is just put in the bank, and they have an interest to participant. Why not they let them to stay in Malaysia and then spend money in Malaysia to spur the economy? This is what we think now.
Well, Anthony, Anthony,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
do do you think that this MMA2H did help to on the housing developing that they buy the house or whatever?
Yes, yes. Actually, if let's say the is a with reasonable requirement, the terms, I think still have a lot of people which would like to stay in Malaysia, would like to come to Malaysia, especially like as we all know, Hong Kong have some internet issue, then they would like to have some other place to stay. Then Malaysia is one of the good place for them, because the cultural, the language is very suitable for them. So this is one of the attractive place for them before that. But just that recently new requirement, a lot of honky is also so us. What is the terms? What is very shameful, like means just now mentioned. It's totally can't accept with the new
Yeah.
terms.
Then what is the first intentions the creators MM2H? This is what they want to do with the MM2H, and after that they retrieve it off. You see?
Yeah, I actually can say that from beginning 2002, previously they give one year and have to renew every year. Okay, then after that he changed a little bit to 5 years. Okay, then in 2009 they only started 10 years, and that time only start promoting by Motec, and you see that the numbers increase quite a lot. Okay, so before that is quite low lah, the application. So you will see that when the terms is quite attractive, and you did promote it, and then we will see that quite a lot of people interested. If let's say with this very high, I mean previously it's not so so not so attractive, because 1 year or 5 year. So after that, when it increased to the 10 years, you will see that, wow, many people would like to come to Malaysia, because very attractive terms, and then it's a low cost also, but with high standard living. So this is, I think, MM2H successful.
All right, Anthony. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about MM2H.
Yeah.
Malaysia, my second home.
Yeah.
And to those who are really new about, are new in this MM2H. MM2H is a very important program. It has started since 2002, and until 2019, it actually has brought us more than 11 billion ringgit to Malaysia via car purchase, children education, and estimate about 48,000 families who have been successfully MM2H participants. So here in this room, we have our friend Mr. Lim, Mr.
Yeah.
Lim Saksai. I would like to invite Anthony, if you don't mind. I would like to invite Mr. Lim to share his opinion and share his vision. I know he's very, very, very hardworking. I can see, whenever I go to Motec or to Tourism Malaysia, every time I see him, I meet him, and then he's writing all the documents or the forms, everything. So I would like to invite Mr. Lim. How are you?
Hello, Dato' Huzaidi, can you hear me?
Yes,
Can,
yes,
loud and
Mr.
clear.
Lim.
Go ahead.
Loud
Hello,
and clear,
Mr.
ah?
Lim.
Yeah.
Okay. You last time you saw me. Now I'm a retiree,
Yeah,
joining
so
the
young, retire.
MM2H. Now retired already.
So,
Okay, so talking about this MM2H, as what government says for retirement. But after 2006 onward, it's become not only retiree only for almost everybody. That's why we can able to bring in more than 48,000 family to this program. If the government with this new policy, I think many people don't apply, and the existing MM2H will go away. And then they will bring back all their money back, you see. And then, of course, not only bring back the money, maybe their children going to stop from studying in our international school. Maybe they won't buying their property, they will sell the property, you see. So a lot of revenue will be taken away by this new policy. So as ex-president, I'm quite worried and then very sad to see the new policy as what we know. Any changes of the policy, as authority need to at least discuss with the stakeholder, like as MM2HCA, you see. But unfortunately, they announced without discuss with us. That's why you can see recent response all are against it, you see. So we worry this will tarnish our image of Malaysia, as we last time I'm one of the speaker also. We went to many country with the government officer, and then they usually announce as the face, as the statement, as I remember. I also talking the same statement that any changes to the new policy won't affect the existing participant. But with this new policy, they say this one will be the new, the how to say, existing participant also have to follow the new so-called new requirement. I think there is a trust on it if as a we have promoted such a way that existing participant won't be affected by the new policy. But if this happen, then our confidence, our trust, all the people later will doubt on it. That's my worry, you see.
Okay.
And then that's my worry, because people will later, when you come out another policy, people will ask you again, are you sure your policy won't change again? People will doubt on your policy again, you see. People will doubt on your promise, or your trust again. Then I'm very, very worried on it, you see. And then a few things that requirement is, for me, that's very ridiculous, that let's say talking about the 1 million deposit to Malaysia. Are they have checked or not that nowadays with the many country with the currency control, are the participants able to bring in the money? You see, so like China, as we understand, every year they able to send out 1 year, within 1 year is 50,000 US dollar, about equivalent to our money about 210,000 ringgit. You see, how to fulfill, how to bring in this money 1 million to Malaysia to fulfill the requirement. You see, if you able to bring in also, I think the participant also very worried, because their government will check on them. Are you officially send out this 1 million ringgit to other country through the proper channel? Not only involve like China, Bangladesh, Indonesia, they control their currency. You see now, you unable to send so much money. Last time we able to fulfill the requirement because of the 300,000 ringgit. You see, like for China, they able to send in because husband and wife, they can send two names into an account. Their government are quite lenient on it. But once your account more than 3%, 4% send in the money through one account, you will trigger the central bank of China. You see, so I don't know whether they do the study or not. And also they raise up the another one, ridiculous salary, 40,000 per month. We also want to find out from the government, from their study, which country that pension can reach 40,000. We want to know the country. We want the government to tell us from their study, which country that their pension is more than 40,000. Then from there, then we can do our marketing through the so-called which country that can able have the 40,000 pension. You see, I think I saw one report, I think from our president side, or the secretary, mentioned that from Japan and UK, their pension average every year is about 5,000 ringgit Malaysia only, average. You see, so are they doing the study that this 40,000 is from which country? Let's say got some country, that means that country only we going to market. That means we are not welcoming many other country. We want is we welcome all, most of the country. You see, we don't want to concentrate or specialize on one country, or just one China, or just Hong Kong, or just UK, or what. We welcome all the countries participant to come in. You see, so that's what I'm quite worried. We want to know also their KPI also. Let's say 2019, we understand that more than 7,900 applicants for that years. You see, so what is their KPI? That after with this policy, how many thousand? That is their KPI. So as an association, or as a consultant or agent, we will work with these numbers. You see, so we want to know also what is their KPI. 1 year is 5,000, 6,000, and then which country that we will target to. You see, so then only we can help the government to bring in the money, and then to help to recover our economy. Okay, Dato
Yeah.
Usadi.
Interesting, interesting, Lim. You were
Yeah.
saying that you want to know which market are the right target market.
Yes, I want to know.
Yeah,
Not only
depending on
we want to know as an agent, we want to know. You see?
yeah, yeah. Looking at the for the past 10 years, from 2002 to 2019, if you look into the 48,000 approved applicants, there are more than the 15,000 are from China. 5,000
About one third lah. About one
one
third.
third.
It's about one third.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rest from Bangladesh, from
Japan,
Hong Kong,
Japan,
from
Japan,
Singapore, Japan. Yeah,
Japan, Korea,
yeah.
Korea.
You know,
US.
yeah. If you're looking at these numbers, I was wondering why is it's not so attractive to attract those retirees from US, for example, from European countries. Is there any such thing that we are not attractive enough for them, or what's the reason? More. In fact, one third of it is from China. Is there any reasons why can't we just target other countries?
We also targeted all the country. You can see the increment from the past these few years. You can see the India also increase, and then US itself also. If you got a tape, we got a table that we can see it. As what I remember, is increasing from these few years. Actually, we are go. We one of our member also go to Berlin to go to do promotion. You see, because sometimes to do promotion very far away, you have to spend a lot of money, and the government don't subsidize us. You see, we have to pay. Let's say we go to Berlin, then we have to pay maybe 50,000 just for our expenditure and the costs, everything. You see, so whether we can get a applicant to back or not, we still don't know. You see,
All right.
so
Okay.
but anyhow, like I myself, I have went to the India. I just came back from that time. The last trip go from the Pakistan. You see, so we are starting to venture to other country.
Okay, thank you,
We
Lim. Well,
ah
we are everybody. We are talking about. We are discussing about MM2H reactivations of MM2H program, new rules, new regulations. This program was started since 2002 until 2019. Is a very exciting program, a very attractive program. It was known as Silver Hair program. Was started in 1996 and has already brought us the revenue of 11 billion. So we are talking about it. So if you have any suggestion, any things, any points you want to discuss or maybe to share, please do. Please click your hands icon and you'll be able to speak up. And I can see here Eric Sinaya from Langkawi. Do you have anything to say, Eric?
Yes, I have. Thank you, Uzaidi. Thank you, panel of speakers on MM2H. I think we already understand the new overloading of the charges and the terms and conditions and so on. Um, I think it is time that the travel fraternity people under MM2H and some authorities in this thing to sit down with the government and discuss why they are doing it, because we don't understand why they did it, and it is important for us to understand why they did it. $40 billion is thrown down the drain when the country really needs all this extra money to come in. See, they think that the bigger surcharge will bring in more bigger boys to come in and stay here. Usually, the bigger boys who are coming to stay here will do these what do you call wrongdoings and everything. The people who just want to MMPH is to appeal for people who have retired to come to the country to stay a peaceful lifestyle and spend their money there. So I think we need to really look into sit down with the government department, the various agencies that is relevant, to discuss with them really what they want, have a brainstorm, and then formulate a new policy. Already by doing this, we have lost our governance of the government for all these 43,000 people, families, or 48,000 families already in Malaysia. All of them will be very, very angry. And the trust for the government and the policy would be even promoted in such a way that many people would not come here. And other countries like Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, and all these other countries, Myanmar, are all watching what we are doing and they take advantage of it, and we lose a very big chunk of business for this area. We need to do this proactive brainstorming with the government. Maybe Uzaidi, you can initiate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Very nice, very good points. Maybe I would like to invite Ku from Lumut. Do you have anything, Ku?
Good evening,
Good evening.
Dato. Thank you, all of you, to create this program. Yeah, I'm one of the tourism industry in Malaysia, where we invite foreigners with their yachts, with their power boats, with their home, so to say, travel and live in Malaysia by sea. First of all, of course, I have to thank Dato Uzaidi here to help us
No, Dato,
to
no, Dato, please.
okay, we
Layak.
to extend
Abang.
to extend the visa for all our cruises that was supposed to be thrown out by our government to to say that all visa amnesty has been ended last April, I believe. And then with that, the extension has helped us so far to maintain all these tourists to stay in their boat in our country and continue to support our economy. I think the last presentation we did about the visa was the contribution from the marina in Malaysia. Add up would contribute 50 million in a year, and this 50 million is only expenses to the marinas in Langkawi, in Penang, in Pangkor, in Johor, and other states. Yeah. And when we talk about this 50 million, you have to multiply this income. Okay. I'm going to touch on MM2H because many of these people, including one of the audience here, is also the MM2H holder, which they actually enjoy staying in Malaysia because of what we have in terms of medical, education, security, and stability. And due to the last incident where the visa was very unstable, when they're staying here they only get 90 days, 60 days, and then maybe a special pass extension. So the MM2H previously, with the amount of 150,000 above 50 and 300,000 below 50 years old, was very attractive, very affordable, and this is considered a balance where if they have to spend this money and live in Malaysia, if anyone were to ask them to spend more than this amount, like all the speakers have mentioned, why would they spend it here? They have so many other options to go: Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and other countries. So one example before I go off is that the super yachts that we have in Malaysia are owned. Those yachts are valued at 10 million US to 60 million US at least, that we have for people who are living here with their yachts. And these people are spending big money, 5 to 6 million ringgit a year just to maintain one yacht. And we can see the numbers of these super yachts in Malaysia is not more than 10, unfortunately. Okay, because of the unstable condition or maybe political condition. In Thailand, you have more than 50 of these super yachts roaming around there, because the minute you sign up with them, they give you a long-term visa. There is no changes, very reasonable fees and all that. So this is my industry that I can tell you, where MM2H is very important for our long-term guests that brings their home and live here and spend their money to support the economy. So it's a very sustainable tourism sector, which is cruising by sea, travel by sea, and they spend money each port they end up here in Malaysia. Okay.
Cool. I just want
Thank
to
you
ask
for
you,
the space. Yes.
I just want
Yes.
to, what do you think of the future of this MM2H with regards of this new regulations, the activations scheme, the current situations? Cool.
Okay. With the last incident, like I said, the visa being changed, the status of extension being changed. So everybody has been attracted to apply. Okay, as we speak now, I actually have 4 cruisers that were planning to apply based on the previous MM2H. Okay, based on this application, they would avoid all these changes in visa conditions. So they would sort of be at peace, saying that, okay, Malaysia is stable now. I've got MM2H. They're not going to change because MM2H previously has proven a very stable condition for them to live in Malaysia. So it is very critical that we maintain this at this point, especially this point of pandemic, that people need some stability. When everything is unpredictable, cannot be planned, cannot be, saying that I might travel to Indonesia and sail home to Australia, because what we have MM2H is from Australia, UK. I think Cecilia is from Australia, New Zealand, okay, and America. So it is very, very important that if we can maintain this, I am sure it will help us faster in the road to recovery in terms of the economy and tourism.
Thank you, Ko. Anthony, do you agree on his opinion in terms of stability? Stability is very important. So we're
Yes,
gonna have to
yes.
keep on changing the policy overnight. Anthony.
Yes, correct. This is very important because if let's say you change and without any information or grace period, all the people were very insecure. As we know that a lot of people now they are saying that they want to terminate. They won't going to extend if let's say the new rules, new terms to implement. So this is you will see that if let's say they all terminate, then you will see all the money getting out from Malaysia. It's very bad to Malaysia. This one.
Okay, Dato Alex, do you have anything to say, Dato?
Yeah, I'm in the tourism business, and I know MM2H contributes a lot directly and indirectly.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a surprise when they came up with all these rules. But to the associations involved, Mr. Anthony and I'm in the boat business, I'm in cruising business, the
Okay.
tourism sector cruising business. So I'm well aware of all the marina, these things and all that. What well, what I would advise the associations to do is see KDN. They have a security committee in there and ask them why they changed it. And when you speak to them, tell them it's not your fault. It's a matter of enforcement. They have their reasons for doing this. I'm aware of those reasons. And I told them clearly it is not the problem of the genuine MM2H holders, although there are a major portion who are not genuine. You need to look at the enforcement. The reason it was taken away from MOTEC and back into the home ministry, one thing was for vetting purposes, but I didn't expect the change of rules, the increase in all that, because I think it will still defeat their reason to me. I think it will still defeat it. So when you guys meet, you should see KDN. It's no more MOTEC. It's strictly under KDN, and they have stringent rules. And please remind them. I keep reminding them. It's nothing to do with us. With our genuine MM2H holders. It is an issue of enforcement. We have a lot of genuine. So on our part, well, a few of us, we are trying to get them to relook at it. But it's very hard for us. We are not in any MM2H association or anything. We are just looking at the tourism sector as a whole. You need to ask them why, address that problem why, and make sure they understand it is an enforcement problem, not simply, even if they increase it to 5 million or 1 million or 2 million, it's not going to solve their problem.
Yeah, exact. And
We will lose
I
the good ones.
I totally agree with Dato. Actually, we supposed to, as just now I mentioned, we supposed to have a meeting with KDN yesterday, but end up they postponed the meeting. But until now, we don't know which date yet. but of course we hope that we will see them as soon as possible, as they know we urge to see them, and they also get a lot of feedback from publics and all the related agency as well, and then they also get some emails from the public. Okay, so this one we sure will do, and then we need to see the KDN. And what we know from the KDN, because this MM2H under this however immigration bahagian however this in charge, and suppose yesterday meeting also chaired by this DKSU, which is under this DASA and Keselamatan one. All right. So I think we are going to face the right person. Okay.
I agree with you, Anthony. I think that's a right thing to do. But I
Yeah.
think all of you should get together and make, well, the current, I mean, the Home Minister is back anyways, make him aware that the Security Council issue to him
Yeah.
is not really the true picture, because we are going to lose a whole bunch of genuine MM2H people, and it won't solve their problem. The reasons they've given will not be solved by this increase. I can assure you, I'm not at a liberty to say what, but I can assure you it will not solve this problem.
Yeah.
You guys need to push them, find out the problem, and explain to them it won't solve. They need to look at enforcement part, not blame MOTEC or anybody. It's the enforcement part that is very lacking. Once we do that, I think we have hope of, maybe turning back some of the rules or whatever, But I feel very sad in Langkawi. So many of them are in a hard way because of this uncertainty. We try our best because they all contribute a lot to the local economy, and they help a lot in a lot of ways. But here we are well, not all, but 70% or 80% of them are genuine MM2H holders. They don't try to do business or anything, you see. But you need to have that approach with them. They are talking about things that are criminal in stature. So when the Security Council in KDN has given them this report, they look at things very, very differently. My advice, my suggestion is find out from them officially what is the problem, why they decided to do this. Then you guys should start working backwards to try and work with them to solve the problem.
Yeah, I totally agree with Dato' Liew. Okay, it's actually I have been made this special branch. Actually, they are on the security issue. So they found some security issue. Then they just want to solve the security issue and then enforce it. So as just now Dato' mentioned, we supposed to enhance the security part and not change the regulation or the terms
Exactly.
under terms.
Exactly.
Yes, this is I strong agree with you, because I heard from this special branch special officer. He mentioned to me, because he know that has some issue, but they just want to ask to enhance the security part, but end up they so surprised also. KDM want to exchange so
You
many
see,
terms. Yeah.
in KDN, there are people who don't understand tourism.
Yeah.
So they, when the security committee meets and all this and all the reports they get, they approach the minister and say, this is what we must do. Take it away from MOTEC, put it under KDN, we control with this thing. They think they can enhance it better. I really don't know, maybe they can. But the problem is not MOTEC, the problem is enforcement.
Yeah.
Enforcement is all agencies. I think Mr. Anthony, I'm sure your contact would have briefed you and told you exactly. We can go into details of it. And then, if I listen to them, I will tell you honestly, I feel, hey, they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But because listening to them, so just imagine the Home Minister listening to them. They will say, so we need to source out the problem, explain to him that we're going to lose a lot more than what we gain. And all this can be done away with. It's just a proper enforcement issue.
Yeah.
Dato' Alex, we have currently we have about 48,000 plus families who are here under this MM2H participants. What do you think? What happened to them? You think that they will leave Malaysia because of these new rules and regulations, Dato'?
We no, a lot of them don't expire. I think that a lot of them expire in about 2 or 3 years, I think, and then they have another year to upgrade or whatever. But the uncertainty of it puts them in a very hard position. We are hoping. I mean, a small group of us, like, we are not part of the association. We are just in the tourism sector. We are hoping that the Home Minister will overturn that decision, or maybe enhance it a bit, We are hoping. We're trying our best. There's a few of us who have access to KDN in Putrajaya, so we are trying to explain to them. But we are just individuals.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
guys in the associations need to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony, we have a few on the stage. Mr. Shotaro San. Maybe you have any suggestion or any point of view from your side. Shotaro San, are you there?
Satora-san.
Yeah. Shotaro San. Huh?
Sotaro.
Chataro.
Okay. All right. Okay. May. Maybe you have your own idea point. Oh yeah, Shotaro. Yeah. Yeah. Go
Can you
ahead,
hear
Shotaro.
me?
Yeah. Can.
Okay, because I'm the MM2H agent, one of the pioneer. I'm doing since 2003.
Yeah.
I focus Japan market, and then our president, Mr. Anthony, is here.
Yeah.
And then my good old friend, Mr. Lim Koksai, is here. So probably I give my point of view from Japanese market, because Japan is number 2 next to China.
Yeah.
Okay, over the years, I think I'm doing almost 18 years. My company sponsored more than 1,000 cases, mostly Japanese. And then to tell the truth, we are sad to say many people now terminating this program because of this uncertainty the government is creating. And of course, the COVID is prohibiting them to come. So difficult to enter to Malaysia now, even with MM2H. So with new ruling comes in, I can feel this going to be a disastrous result we will see. So because this one, I think MM2H, as you say, is just a social visit pass. This is a tourist status. So the MM2H are not allowed to do any business. So their rights in Malaysia is very restricted. So if new rule want to ask 40,000 a month and so much deposit, this will not be totally attractive to rich people. As the president, Mr. Anthony said, there's no incentive for rich people to come to Malaysia because what they are getting is only the tourist visa. It's not the PR or more beneficial than the social status visa. So we really don't understand, but I assume government totally don't understand the needs of rich people or needs of the retiree. Retiree, most of them, as Mr. Lim said, they don't have such income like 40,000. Even most of the Japanese, my customer, average is 8,000 ringgit a month. So almost all are disqualified if the government apply new rules to the existing MM2H. So I can see many of people will go home, bring back, sell the property. And then actually I have sold quite many Malaysian property together with MM2H. But now with this new ruling, everybody is holding back to buy property because many people cannot get MM2H. So they feel no need to buy property here in Malaysia. So I'm pretty sure this new rule will only bring the disastrous result to Malaysian government. I'm just sharing the true feeling of Japanese MM2H customer. And
Thank
then
you.
the Japanese government, the agency called the Long Stay Foundation, has been recognized Malaysia as one of the best country for past 14 years by Paul in Japan. But with this new ruling, it would definitely drop out from the top positions. So I'm very sad to see the government to come out this kind of rules. If they want to impose such a high income requirement, so much deposit, they must give much more benefit to the MM2H. It must be something like a PR. Then okay, but they give such a peanuts, just a tourist status. They want to get so much fun. I feel definitely will fail, total failure. That's my honest opinion. So,
Thank you.
as that was, I think so. Now, Japanese Association, whole Malaysia also are preparing the appeal to the government because there are many Japanese staying here under MM2H, and they are preparing the appeal to the government. So I think so. All the even FIEPC, I'm a member of FIEPC. FIEPC also wrote a letter. The president, Dato Sri Ko. I think all the industry players have to write proper letter to the Minister of Home Affairs, KDU, to think about it. This is really one-sided. Is an enforcement reason, or they still totally lack of the understanding of the market? This MM2H social status visa only attract retiree. Retiree means their income is limited. So I think so they have to understand this MM2H only suitable for retirees, not the rich people, especially want to do business. Okay, I hope my input
Yeah.
will be helpful.
Thank you, Shotara-san. I just one question. From Japan, from 2002 to 2019, estimate about 5,151 approved applicants from Japan.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you think that this will reduce or did drastically after this new regulations imposed, or do you think that it will maintain and very difficult for you to increase further?
Oh, definitely. I'm 100% sure they will drop tremendously.
And
And
where do they go? Where do they go?
if
They go back to Japan or they go to somewhere country,
no,
some other like in
now
Vietnam or what?
Thailand has excellent program, and then Philippines give a very good PR status, PR in Philippines at much easier conditions. So all my customer already talking of give up Malaysia, go to Thailand or Philippines. They are all talking about it. So definitely the number will be diminished.
Thank
And
you.
then not only the
Mr. Anthony, Anthony, relax
existing
again.
MM2H holder, they will go back.
Mr.
Most of the
Anthony,
MM2H will
relax
go
again
back, take
here.
back the money and go back to their own country.
Thank you, Shatra-san. Dato'?
Mr. Anthony, I think what the government is trying to do is wrong and silly. You know, it is crazy. It is crazy, honestly. But we have no say. I like the idea of all the country. I mean, foreign ministries writing to our home minister. That's a good help. I mean, the right protocols right to our foreign minister, and then he can forward it to the home minister. But in here, the associations should make the home minister and then maybe even the security council realize the importance of having MM2H. They're good people. Just because of a few bad apples, everybody
Yeah,
gets pulled into this. They're trying to solve the problem by making it impossible. But what they're not seeing is everybody will leave and screw us more. Sorry, everybody will leave and then, the whole economy and the industry is affected more. You guys need, we need to approach them differently. Tell them what they're doing is wrong. Tell them
yeah,
it won't solve the problem that they're referring to. Because the people who are
yes.
actually in here, you tell them even 1.5 million or 3 million for them, so yeah, no problem, they'll top it up for you. And that only leaves the non-genuine ones. We will get all our genuine good persons will be out, and it will kill us.
Mm.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony. Thank you, Zaidi.
Thank you, thank you.
May, do you have anything to say, May?
Yes. Okay. I will, because you see the study by KPMG was done before the pandemic, right?
No,
So
no, during the pandemic.
during the pandemic, and I'm not sure whether they have engaged the correct stakeholders or not.
The
Whether
KPMG did engage with us, and then we
huh?
give our ideas to them, but it's not that, not
Mm,
this high.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You see, we are in such a state. Our country is in a haywire in terms of administration as a whole. So I'm not sure whether it is workable that all the related stakeholders, for example, radar, I'm sure developers are heavily affected.
Yeah.
MM2H associations, even health industry will be affected, medical tourism, educational
Education.
tourism. You
Yeah.
see, all these related affected sectors, all the related associations, they can get together to form a bureau to really put the puzzles together and show to the government the effect is just not 11 billion. I'm pretty sure if you put everything together, it will exceed much more. So because government, I mean, they are pretty new at this moment, and they cannot really put the puzzles together of the impact of the decision has been made and how it will affect the existing holders, of which they may, I'm sure they will opt to withdraw the money. Our country is in need of cash to kind of survive, and if they intend to leave, a big bulk of money will be leaving the country. It will actually cause, I mean, we all know it will cause a disaster, but to what extent, and how, whether the government actually see it in a holistic view, the impact of this, and not just the current MM2H holders. What about future tourists? Usually they will come for a visit, for a short stay, and then if they find it, oh, Malaysia is really suitable for medical, I will come. I will apply for MM2H. For education wise, there are all these are the chain effect of which it is not, have not been considered. So do they really see as a really big picture of a chain of effect? When one human enters a country, whatever that we spend, accommodation, food, petrol, cars, everything, we are talking about families here. So for 48,000 families times how many members in a family?
Yeah, I think
They don't have that holistic statistics.
yeah, Anthony, I think you should suggest them to hold it rather than
Yes,
implement a new policy. If they have need time, so better hold it and do
solve our
a very
pandemic first.
study.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
think should get together, and probably associations should work together rather than in silos. Like,
yeah.
if one by one, association by association, they're unable to put the puzzles together to see the whole picture of the drastic. We can imagine because we are in this industry, but they are not in the industry and they wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
So they make this is the decision made based on their lack of understanding in the business. In the business.
May, I would like to beg to differ. They engage a consultant. It's not kampong in consultant, no. It's a worldwide endorsed consultant, KPMG. So this is a worldwide, no. I can't believe if they don't know this situation or issue. Is there, what do you think, Andy? Do you think that there's some loophole or
Yes,
misinformed
I
by
think
the consultants?
not a full study on this
Not a full
because
No,
study.
yeah,
we,
not
as
a
we know, KPMG have their study, but the outcome is not this. Suppose not this. I think they have KDN have their interpretation. They have their own interpretation. So I think some of that
Mm,
is not the idea from KPMG. All right. And just now Miss May mentioned that we're supposed to get other agency like Reda or this thing. Yes, we are approaching. Then we have a meeting on Monday with Reda, and actually we I also, when last 2 weeks I already engaged with because MM2CA is members of FEPC as well. So I'm quite close, work close with Datuk Sri Ko also, and then we have come up with a statement, and then we also engage with IDA. IDA is Iskandar Regional Authority, so they are quite close to the KDN as well, because if let's say the program fail, then Iskandar project also will be failed, because they quite reliant on MM2H participant as well. So we MM2HCA is trying to engage so as many as we can from the related agency. So we need to band together then big voice lah to the government.
All right, thank you. Maybe I can invite Dato Alban. Dato Alban, you have anything to say, Dato?
Okay, President Wisadi, you see, I've been seeing the YouTube, the Facebook, all those people, they are already through the MNH already been staying in Malaysia, and in fact, all these people, they love Malaysia so much, and because of this new policy, and they feel they've been hurt. What they comment is, when Malaysia in need of them, you give such attractive facilities to them, and they also really don't understand. After they've been staying in Malaysia for a few years, some of them even more than 10 years, with this new policy. And of course, as everybody knows, some of them, they are able to stay on, but majority, especially those with young children. So, the main point is, with the salary, monthly salary of 40,000, and increase of the fixed deposit to 1.5 million or 1 million or so. So that they would like to appeal to the government whether they are able to allow the existing MM2H family to stay on by what we call using the old policy. A new policy may be only apply to the newcomers. And I feel the Anthony, as an association president, you all need to see the government as soon as possible. Once these family members, once they are ready, what we call look for alternative, once they're going to apply to Thailand or to Philippines, once the decision is made, and once the applicant is successful, then it's very hard for them to change back and stay on. And then from our experience, those days when our government encouraged people to buy the property in Malaysia, once the response is so good, our government then put on the new policy. Every foreigners buy the property in Malaysia, they need to tax $100,000. So this also affect many of the overseas investment. Now this is the second project again, the MM2H project. So that create a very bad image, especially at the present, those MM2H people, they already pull up a lot of their feeling, their comments in the Facebook, in the YouTube. So that already start create a lot of what we call unfair image to Malaysia, you know.
Exactly.
So So this is my comments. This is a
Dato,
really a big, a big bad publicity for Malaysia. You know.
Dato, you are from Penang. Do you think that these new rules will affect Penang's property?
Oh yeah, President Musaidi. In fact, Penang is one of the hot MM2H destination. That's why before the pandemic, in 2017, there are so many Hong Kong people that come to Penang and buy up the property, even at a cost of 2 million, 3 million. To them, they still consider the the price is very
Reasonable.
attractive. It's very attractive. That's why definitely it will affect the Penang market also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anthony, you were saying just now, you're talking about Dato Albert was talking about Hong Kong residents. You were saying just now the UK, United Kingdom, is already now starting a new program encouraging those foreigners to invest and to stay in UK. Is it true, Anthony?
It's a Honky. They have a BNO passport. Who have this BNO passport, they welcome them to put some. I mean, to show money and then to put some money. Then they welcome them for BNO passport.
So that will affect us also in Malaysia, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because I have some client that who want to come Malaysia with these new terms. Now UK, even UK also open the such low entrance for them. So some of that they already moved to UK recently.
All right.
It's a really
Maybe I got something to say with
negative
Eric.
image to Malaysia now. Actually.
Eric, you have anything to say, Eric?
Yeah, I think while we are doing this reporting to the stakeholders and KDN, I think the relevant parties must also do an exercise on the offers made for MM2H in other countries, like in Philippines, in Thailand, and Vietnam, and so on, so that we are able to compare ourselves from what they're offering and what we are offering, so that can give them an indication for our KDN, and if Motec is in the picture as well, to ascertain the type of costing that we're going to give and to maintain the MM2H scenario in Malaysia. Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you, Eric.
Actually, we know that they actually refer to Thailand's and Philippines program. Unfortunately, they just pick those in because in Thai program, Thai retire program, I think one of two terms is quite high requirement, but just one or two terms only. All right, and like Philippines also got one or two terms is high requirement, but Malaysia just pick the highest one into the into our terms. All together become everything is highest terms. So they refer, but they just pick certain only, not to compare the whole program. So we just disappointed that what they are doing also.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to invite anybody who would like to have any suggestions. Maybe Frederick, you have anything to say, Frederick?
Yes. Anthony, the gentleman from Penang just now, he really hit the point concerning property
Yeah.
purchases by Malaysia, my second homes. I'm from Europe, but Europe who are part of the program, because those who do, they mostly lived in Hong Kong before they came to Malaysia. They like the country, and they buy property here to eventually retire and settle down here. And that's what I did. But my
Hello.
Yeah, Frederick.
Yeah, the line is breaking up.
Yeah.
Frederick, are you there?
Frederick, are you breaking up? Never mind. We continue. Wait for Frederick to come back.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to
Yeah.
add, I was just having a conversation with a Malaysian retiree, And surprisingly, he is looking at retiring in Thailand.
Yeah.
So is it not just that we are shooing off MM2H holders, or we are not really welcoming foreigners to stay here in long term, but we Malaysians are considering leaving or retiring in neighboring countries.
Yeah. Liew,
Yeah.
are you going to retire there in Thailand? Don't tell me you're going to retire there.
Not
Okay.
there yet.
Okay. Honestly, recently our MM2CA we do some survey on existing customer as well. So we have one question. If let's say you are not going to continue in Malaysia, I mean, you terminate from this program, where you heading to? Most of the people will speak is Thailand. So we have to let them know. So this is a fact that if let's say Malaysia not welcome them, they will choose other country. It's very, very, very easy only.
I think
Maybe
Frederick is back.
Frederick, you are here now? Frederick?
Yes,
Are you
I'm
on the
I'm
group?
here,
Yeah.
but I don't know if
Okay.
you can hear me.
Yeah, the line was break off. Just go ahead,
So
Frederick.
can you hear me? Okay.
Great, great.
I bought property here in 2008 with a view of settling down, and that's what I did in 2015. But the property I bought, which is quite high end, is going to be very, very difficult to sell. To give you an example, I rented it out here for 13,000 ringgit in 2008, and the last tenant I had, I rented for 8,000. So I don't know what the impact will be for the property agents here, but there's already a lot of apartments here which are for sale. If I look around me here in KLCC, I see only dark buildings because there's no lighting, nobody lives there. And to sell, I put my life savings in there, nearly all my life savings, and I don't know what
Wow.
to do. I'm desperate.
Wow. Yes, sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm the only one in this position, because most of the Guailos who live here on the program is because they have bought, because they lived in Hong Kong before, or they came to Malaysia very often, and it's a very nice country, and we are having a very good time here, even during the MCO. You know, it's beautiful to live here, but this is really driving me crazy. So I don't know. I don't hear anything from property agents. Are they doing anything about it?
Anthony, you hear the voice of the
Yeah.
MM2H existing.
Yeah.
It's very
Understand.
sad, Anthony.
Yes.
Very sad. It's very
Yeah.
sad.
It's
Yes,
very
I
sad
don't
to
think
hear
it's
that.
only Frederick alone. There's a lot.
There's a lot of existing customer. I think if not, I've been talked to the one of the officer from KDN. He said that a lot of people sent to him the email. So that's why he would like to engage us also to meet them. So we hope that really we can see them as soon as possible to bring them this issue. And then we did some survey, then which to let them know the figure that's really they stay here for long time and buy the property, stay here. So I hope that they will change their mind to maintain the existing regulation for the existing customer.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have Dato Andy here. Dato, we have been listening to all the sad stories from Shotaro-san, from Frederick, from all our friends here, from Ku, from Anthony. Perhaps you have any suggestions, Dato Andy, you regarding the MM2H, the new regulations.
So, hi everyone. How are you?
Hi, Dr.
Great,
Andy.
good.
Hi, President.
Yeah.
Good
I
evening, everyone. Okay,
Dato.
brother. So, I think this MM2H. I think we should. I think we have here got our MM2H association as well, right?
Yeah.
So I think we have to Mita and MM2H both of us. By next week, I think we have some internals to discuss, and then we should do appeal later to this our Prime Minister. You know, for number one, you see, for the previous condition, it mean will be already blocked the investor to come in. Then further, now you already almost kill already the almost if even the foreigner won't come in. Then number two, our this Thailand, I think our MM2H president here, right? So I think you have to find out more. This what the Thailand they do it. Then we have to put in our letter to the Prime Minister to let us see our neighborhood country how they did their MM2H. That's one of my ideas suggestion lah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dato', I think we have been discussing that. Anthony, representing the associations that has been doing it. In fact, he's waiting for the date, a new date for them to meet the KDN on the respective authorities. Perhaps
Maybe I
Anwar.
think Anwar has something.
Yeah,
Anwar
Anwar,
coming.
go ahead, Anwar from Sabah. You have anything
Yes,
to say?
thank you, Tuan Huzaidi. My first question is just now. I think the first speaker mentioned marketing is under Motec, and he said operation is under who?
Immigration, Jim.
Immigration, and then the other one is about data. Is it?
Dasa.
Data is under.
Dasa is under KDN. This all the regulations under this KDN.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Is this MM2H thing is also becoming quite a hot topic in Sabah and Sarawak.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
there's a lot of talk about relocation to Thailand, to Philippines, and all that. Can I put it to you, all those present here, why don't you suggest that they relocate to Sabah or Sarawak? Because I think Dato' Alex, you mentioned about security considerations and all that, which he hasn't elaborated on. Okay, fine. But what I'm saying is that since most of the people who are in the MM2H program, they love Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak are part of Malaysia. So why don't they come to Sabah and Sarawak? Because in Sarawak, they got SB and MM2H, where they say they have stated that they will not follow the new regulations imposed by not under MOTEC, is probably under Ministry of Home Affairs, right? Under KDN. So they are exercising the power of decentralization, just like we did in COVID. Because during the COVID situation, we had our own MKN, and also we had decentralized the implementation of programs to the district level, to the district disaster committee. So
Anwar, you were saying that Sabah and Sarawak has their own law. They don't follow the new regulations on MM2H. They have their own. Yeah?
No. What I'm saying is, Sarawak has said they will not follow the regulations, and they will have their own set of conditions. Okay. How federal government will take that, of course, is the permanent wrestling match between federal government and state government. But what I'm saying is, as Dato' LXU, is it? As
Yes.
Dato' LXU said just now, there are security considerations, but then again, those security concerns may only involve Semenanjung or Malaya. It doesn't apply in Sabah or Sarawak. So why should we follow?
No, I think, Janwa, I think what I meant was we cannot change the wheel. What I was trying to say is, I agree, yeah, Sarawak, Sabah, no, I think Sabah, no. But I think Sarawak is still following their own immigration act. That's why they have their own, I think Sabah has agreed to rescind it long time ago. What I'm
No,
trying to
Sabah still controls immigration.
but under the MM2H, I think they've given that back, I think. But
No.
Sarawak, no.
You're
Maybe
incorrect.
Okay. Actually, Sarawak they have their own authority. Actually, Sabah and Sarawak they have their how to say, they can make their own decision.
Yes.
Sarawak they have of course recently we have some of the our agent. If let's say they really implement the new terms to the existing customer. We were thinking that we are thinking that to introduce
Relocate.
them for the Sarawak MM2H. All right.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
else? Sabah
relocate them. Lah.
MM2H. Sabah
Anthony,
MM2H.
Anthony,
Yeah.
maybe one of the ways to approach them, these people in KDN, is allow them, tell them to please renew all those already here so long
Yeah.
on the same terms and conditions. And then,
Yeah.
to be fair to everybody, I mean, listening to Mr. Frederick just now, I hear the same stories from people in Langkawi. It is and some of them break down and cry, and they've spent their most of their pensionable lives in our country. We should be treating them better.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they deserve to be treated better, lah. Because laws, and I believe regulations also are never put retrospectively. So that means to say it should be only applicable to those who are coming in the future, not those people who are already here or who have come in here under certain regulations. You
Yes.
know?
Yeah. This is what we will. This is what most of the important items that we need to talk to the immigration. This KDN. So that's why I mentioned we already did some survey, so we get some figures and then we can talk to the KDN, because KDN did mention to me, you must give me some figure. If no figure, it means that I cannot simply pick from the sky. So which I already sent out our survey. I think we get few hundreds feedbacks also. So of course it's continue to get some feedbacks from existing customer lah. So we hope that we manage to get them turn down all these new requirement.
Yeah, that's right, Anthony. I think they need data, they need the real figures for them to analyze.
Yeah.
Hopefully, by getting the right data, they will analyze logically lah.
Yes.
We don't want our friends like Fredericks and like Shotaro's clients
Yeah.
who've
Yeah.
been mistreated lah. Especially those involved with big money. Maybe I can invite anybody else. Hans, do you have anything, or maybe Chong, you have anything to say before we end the session, because time's running out, and we hope that we'll be able to get some few more, one or two more suggestions. Hans, do you have anything to say?
Yeah. Hans seems like it's an MM2H also.
Well, Zaidi, I have this thing. Why don't we go into the papers to report this issue?
Definitely, I think Anthony is doing it. Definitely, we support Anthony's. Definitely, we want the right data. What you've been said, the right data for us to present. Faye, you are here in this room. You are actually a MM2H agent. Maybe you have anything to say, Faye? Unmute your mic.
Faye, come to Sabah, Faye.
I'm a Sabahan lah.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
actually, what are the things I want to propose this now? All have been discussed. And regarding the Sarawak, if not mistaken, Mr. Rim, previously they opened the MM2H in Sarawak, but it was just stop it there. Mr. Rim, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they
Yes.
opened the MM2H recently in Sarawak. That was last year, if not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They restart on September last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying that, okay, now there's no application since last year. In fact, the new application will start only October this year. You were saying that Sarawak still receiving the applicants?
Yes, but
No,
they are
you remember I have actually 8 from Shanghai and also from Bangladesh, because the son is studying in a local university here in KL, that's in Monash University. But by then, because of the freeze of the MM2H application, so we were thinking with Mr. Rim to bring them to Sarawak by that time. But I don't know.
Don't get angry.
Yeah, but I don't know what happened to Sarawak. But Mr. Lim didn't update me anyway, so it's all still on hold.
Actually, Sarawak is you can apply from but because as Sarawak MM2H is different a bit from the procedure because they need to physically to the Sarawak only can apply, whereas like Malaysia's MM2H West Malaysia or Sabah we can apply first, approve only come to Malaysia, but Sarawak they have to go to Sarawak first to apply and wait for the approval, then only can process.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
a bit different procedure.
Anthony, I don't
Yeah.
think Home Affairs will proceed anything from now. I think my suggestion is strict to the same. I think I suggest to you all, they mean MM2H Association, MITA, we have to find another association is LEDA, Development Association. They are also, this is multiple effect. Why I say you have to ask MITA to join, to do something. Then further, we have to go to see the Nancy Sukri for the Minister of Tourism. Then we have to ask with the tourism to ask the data. I think there will be multiple effect because a lot of MM2H holder, when during summer, you will bring the family to come to shopping, to travel in our country. So
And
once
you
this
need
one
supporter.
blocking, yeah, I think we need more supporter, need more voices from more association. I can link Reda in as well, Dato Ho, the new chairman of Reda. Then I think we have a few, I mean, we can combine few association. Then we have to appeal direct to our Prime Minister or the other one called Majlis Pemulihan Negara, MPN. Then only from that way, they will put it into the cabinet. You know, if we go to Home Affairs, I don't think they will lion everything. So better we go to the top, and then we appear, and then we put in the proposal as well. So we need radar, we need MM2 Association, we need MITA, and then we go through to this channel, our Nancy Sukli of tourism. Guarantee they will affect for next year the numbers, the tourist number, especially Chinese tourist number.
Yeah, Dato.
Then radar, they will affect to the
You
radar.
said it.
Hello,
Yeah, yeah,
for the property. So that's why I say we should appeal direct to the Prime Minister and also to the MPN as well. This is one of my suggestion. Okay.
yeah. Thank you, Dato. Actually, yes. Just now I already mentioned we have a meeting with Reda on Monday. We will combine our all the necessary or opinion or suggestion. Then perhaps
Actually,
I think
Dato Ho is my good friend. I
yeah,
will tell Dato Ho San is from Massing Group. Then I think we need more voices, even the chamber as well. We have to put in the chamber as well. I also speak to Dato Chen Zheming, the sergeant of Malaysia Chinese Chamber. You know, we have to more voices and then to put in this
Yes,
matter to the prime to the top, and then to
yeah,
put in the MPN.
get all those existing MM2H member to join the virtual meetings or whatever.
Agree. I think you have to set another meeting. Then I mean, among of a few association, we have an idea already. Only then we go through the one of the minister. Then we have to appeal to direct to the prime minister. I think prime minister is quite. This is our current prime minister is quite open-minded people. I think they will come to us to put in something good for the country.
yeah.
Dato Andy, do you have any comfort words to our friends like to Frederick, to Shataro, who are very what do you call it, proactive or supporters all this while of MM2H? Maybe some comfort words, Dato Andy.
No, lah, I think that I can't say promise anything there. That we I think we
Yeah,
just started for the first step first. Then otherwise now whatever we talk here tonight will be nothing. Anthony, you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry to that. I'm sorry to say we kaki song is nothing one for me. We have to find the channel you know
Yes.
then we need the more voices, and this is my one of my concept. Like the day we talk about this stupid I can talk here, even many people here, I don't care, even got central bank people here, our stupid central bank governor. I tell you frankly speaking, how can you always go to backing the bankers you partly go to support and backing to the country industry player, not to the bankers. Banker make a lot of money, you know. So I think we don't talk much here. We better, I think we having we'll have another internal meeting with Anthony, then like Dato Ho, all this all that. By next week we set a meeting. Then I'll give you an idea. Then we can I got the jalan. We direct to the Prime Minister. Okay, I will
Good,
help
good,
our
good.
Alright.
Thank
Prime
you,
Minister.
thank you, thank you, Dato'.
Thank you, Dato'. Thank you, Andy. I think the time's already against us, Andy. Maybe we like to sum it up. Maybe, Min, you have anything to say, Min?
Boss, Uzadi, I have something to say here. Actually, you see, um, the inbound travel agent and MM2H agent, actually, we are very good friends.
Yeah.
The sustainable of this tourism, because I am an inbound agent, actually, I didn't do the first part services to this MM2H applicant. But when they come into Malaysia, you know, they have a 10-year visa. I hold them and I can have 10-year business with them, you know. This is what I want to appeal to you all can convey this message to the government. How important the MM2H application in Malaysia. I just give you an example, you know. I can serve many MM2H client for more than 5 years because when they are here, especially those company, they have investment in Malaysia and they will get their main top management people to stay in Malaysia, and most of the top management will apply MM2H as well. But when they apply, it's only one person. They will bring their family member to come here, and most of their kids also will come. So this is the people. The man go to the work, but the wife will be at home. And this is the people that we serve as a travel agent, because the wives will go for sightseeing, educational, medical, and etc. So if they all move out from this country, we will lose our business. That's one thing. And just
Multiple
now,
effect.
yeah, and just now you were mentioned that Thailand will be the country who want to pick them up. But I think not only Thailand, actually, Philippines is also very aggressive, especially for the Chinese. And also Laos and Cambodia also behind, because they started a lot of this construction, and some of the construction is already have the Malaysia and China construction over there. So I think they will bring these people to that. So I hope that MM2H Association and MITA, I agree. Maybe boss Uzaidi also can help us, because I guess you all go for the My Muda already. That is the policy and everything. So I hope that this issue can be settled before the reopen or after this COVID, you know, because this period is a best time to sort out everything. Once the news has gone out, that will be double disaster, and nobody want to sign up for MM2H anymore.
All
So
right.
Yeah, exactly,
everyone
mean.
will lose
Already now, I
everything.
mean,
Yeah.
nobody will come already. Not
Yeah, I know
not
now.
future.
My
Reopen
friend
Already,
just
already
already.
book
I
for
think you
already,
can
three of
ask
them.
Anthony or Mr. Lim. They are in this industry players, pioneer players. They know everything about that. So I think probably that what I'm saying. That's why we need more people to voice. You know,
Yes.
even though
To
like
empower the voice.
Ujaidi, can you talk to the Majlis Dewan Niaga Melayu? Then bring them in. You know, I need more voice, not even the Chinese like whatever's business uh, chamber or council or whatever. You know, if more
Yeah.
like Malay voice, I think
Hmm.
only government can hear lah.
Yeah, because
What
I
do you
think
say?
this is involved
Are you agree or not,
economy
Anthony?
also. Hmm.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you, Dato'. Thank you, Dato'. Maybe
Uzadi,
Uzaidi, let me
yeah,
summarize it out some
Uzadi.
things.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I
Hans,
think
you have something to say. Hans, yeah.
yeah,
Perhaps
the
Hans.
Sorry,
MM2H
Uzadi.
member.
No,
Yeah.
Andy, can we give
You can.
to Hans? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hans, go ahead.
Okay, Hans, go
Hans.
ahead.
Uzadi, sorry. Talking about MM2H, right? As a business, right, we did about
500 certifications last year just on MM2H visa holders, right, on scuba diving. Now, if they're going to start having this ridiculous new rules or requirements for MM2H, right, this is just one tiny dive center that has done 500 certifications on MM2H visa holders, right? That's going to have a major knock-on effect on not just my business, but also other dive centers and other businesses, right? Because of these guys do the certification, and then they become regular clients, which is some of them were weekly clients, right? Where we saw them every weekend or every second weekend. Now, that turnover is just being cut out from our businesses, and with the current travel restrictions, MTPs, that is keeping the Malaysia travel passes, that's keeping the people out of the country. It's as if Malaysia is starting to try and avoid foreign investment or foreigners in total. That's my personal feeling about it.
Yeah,
Absolutely right. Absolutely.
agree with Hans.
Yeah.
Agree with Hans. Anwar, you are flickering. You have anything to say before we end our session?
No, all I've got to say is, hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
All I have to say is that if you got problems over there in Malaya, right, send them over to Sabah and Sarawak. That's all
A
I got to
good
say.
promotions campaign.
I wish that could be much
Anwar.
easier.
We
All
are
our
Malaysian. Sabah,
yeah.
Sarawak, and Semenanjung Osem, okay? You may
Okay.
support also.
But
I wish
Sabah,
this
Sabah
is as
MM2H.
easy as
Our
said.
new Prime Minister slogan is Keluarga Malaysia, okay? We
Keluarga
Sakasih
are
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Malaysian.
Sabah MM2H seems
Yeah.
that not open also, not because they also frozen.
Sarawak.
Sarawak open already.
Okay.
Sabah
All
not
right,
yet.
guys. We are almost 2 hours during
Yes.
sessions. Maybe before we end the session, maybe I would like to invite Anthony for the any last words, last advice, or maybe to summarize what will have been what's next, how to move forward from here, Anthony.
Yeah, hi. Okay, thank you for all the opinions and suggestions. And we will, as an association, we will try our best to get more voices like Reda or some like Mita, and then of course we need some help from Dato Alex, right? Dato Andy, and
Yes,
then we hope
okay.
to get to the highest authority. And then, of course, at the same time, we have to go direct to the KDN because they are the policy holder. So we need to see them, and then we need to get more information from them also, because immigration, we easier to get touch with immigration, but immigration don't have the information, I mean the details. So we hope we will work together, and then we get more information, and then we will get back the MM2H.
Fantastic, Anthony. Yes, there you go, guys. Anthony from the president of the MM2HCA, or we call it Malaysia My Second Home Consultants Associations. So on behalf of the secretariat of the organizer, we would like to extend our special thanks to Anthony for
Thank you.
fantastic
Thank you,
You're
Anthony.
input,
welcome.
fantastic
Thank you,
sessions.
Anthony.
We had we also have
Thank you,
give a clap,
everyone.
big
To
clap.
Thank
you.
you, thank you.
Claps on.
And to everybody. Got fireworks some more.
What fireworks?
So moving forward, we don't want just to talk in this night session. We want to move forward. We want to make sure that MM2H is sustainable and attractive, not only to
Agree,
the domestic.
Uzadi.
Yeah,
Agree,
existing but
Uzadi.
also
Agree,
but
Anthony. We
yeah.
don't talk of like Chinese say kaki gong, kaki song.
Hey,
It's
song.
no point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. We move forward. This
Yeah.
is for our country, our
Yeah.
lovely country. It's for
Yeah,
everyone.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
That's
everyone. Good night.
Thank
that's
you.
right.
Stay safe.
Yes.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
Thank
you,
Good
you.
night.
lovely.
Thank
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 you.
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 Good
Bye
night.
Thank you,
Good
bye.
everybody.
night.
I hope that we'll be able to meet you on Monday, Monday night. We have another two sessions. Thank you, Andy. Thank
Good night,
you. Thank you, Mike.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
Thank you.
Alex.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody. Good
you.
night.
Yeah,
Have a
good
great
Bye.
night.
night. Have a
Catch up
great
with you,
weekend. Oh, Merchon, huh?
yeah.
From Port Dickson. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay,
Andy.
thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Bye.
冲凉。爸爸，你一直吃，嘿嘿，吃抓老鼠哎。